Welcome back, Focus Learners, to another edition of The Explainer. Today, we're mapping out the absolute ultimate roadmap for mastering machine learning engineering on AWS. If you're looking to elevate your cloud computing, data science, or AI engineering career, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to unpack the brand new 2026 complete study guide for the AWS Certified Machine Learning Engineer credential. And look, this isn't just about passing an exam, right? It's about fundamentally upgrading your capability to build end-to-end machine learning solutions. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Because not that long ago, the entire focus of data science was neatly contained to just, building models. You train a model on your laptop or a single server, and honestly, that was considered a massive win. But wow, the industry has evolved at breakneck speed. Today, the demand has shifted dramatically. Machine learning is no longer just about building isolated models. It is about designing, deploying, monitoring, and managing production-ready AI systems at a massive scale. Frankly, if you only know how to build a model, you're literally only holding half the puzzle pieces. Section 1, the machine learning evolution, operationalizing AI. So as organizations rapidly accelerate their AI adoption, they're waking up to a hard truth. A great model just sitting in a vacuum is practically useless. And that brings us to this absolutely crucial phrase, operationalize machine learning. Professionals who know how to take a theoretical algorithm and turn it into a breathing, functioning, revenue-generating engine, they're filling a massive skill gap in the tech industry right now. Actually, scratch that. This is the exact skill gap the tech companies are desperately trying to fill every single day. Section 2. Enter the AWS MLA-C01, the industry standard. So, you might be wondering, how exactly do you prove you possess these highly sought-after practical skills? Well, you earn the AWS Certified Machine Learning Engineer Associate, also known as the MLA-C01. This credential specifically validates your practical skills to build end-to-end machine learning solutions natively on AWS. And this brilliantly illustrates why it's the ultimate credential for ML engineers, data engineers, and AI practitioners. It proves to the enterprise world that you don't just understand the math, you understand the actual machinery required to make that math work at scale. Section 3. Mastering the ML lifecycle, end-to-end architecture. To earn that credential, you really have to master the complete ML lifecycle. The exam tests your ability to handle this entire flow seamlessly from start to finish. Step 1 is data ingestion and preparation. Because let's face it, your model is only ever as good as the data you feed it, and that includes some heavy-duty feature engineering workflows. Then, step 2. Model training, where the actual learning happens. Step 3 is deployment, getting that model out there into production. And finally, step 4, monitoring and maintenance, utilizing techniques like drift detection to make sure your AI isn't degrading as real-world data inevitably changes. Now, to execute those 4 steps, you've got to be totally fluent in the core AWS tech stack. You need deep expertise in Amazon SageMaker for model development, deployment, and crucial MLOps tasks like managing SageMaker pipelines and model registries. Then there's Amazon Bedrock, which powers generative AI fundamentals. That's a massive focus in today's landscape, as you probably know. And of course, you can't forget the foundational data tools, integrating AWS Glue, Amazon S3, Kinesis, and EMR just to keep all that data flowing and transforming efficiently. But wait, there's a protective wrapper that has to go around all of that amazing technology. I'm talking about security, governance, and compliance. Think about it. You can build the fastest, most accurate generative AI model on the planet using Bedrock and SageMaker. But if it leaks sensitive data or violates compliance laws, it's a total liability, not an asset. Mastering the best practices to keep these real-world ML architectures secure is a non-negotiable part of the ML-C01 exam. And frankly, it's a non-negotiable part of being a senior-level engineer today. Section 4, your complete study guide, Anand Vemula's 2026 edition. Let's move to and see how this builds into an amazing, comprehensive resource for passing the exam. Preparing for an exam with this much breadth requires a really structured approach. This guide by Anand Vemula is built specifically for this new era of AI. It gives you complete coverage of all the MLA-C01 exam domains, diving super deep into real-world ML architecture scenarios and hands-on labs for practical implementation. And for busy professionals out there, it's highly accessible. You can get it as a full article over at AV Tech or, and this is a game changer, as an audiobook directly from the Google Play Store so you can listen on the go. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive inclusion of over 500 practice questions, complete with detailed explanations. This is how you actually rewire your brain for the exam. You aren't just blindly memorizing facts, you're actively testing yourself against hundreds of scenarios. You're learning exactly why a specific AWS architecture choice is right, and just as importantly, why the other options are totally wrong. As the guide's introduction notes, it combines certification-focused learning with practical AWS implementation knowledge. So the crucial point is that this guide isn't just about passing a test. It's about gaining real-world skills to actually operationalize ML. Whether you're sitting for the MLA-C01 certification tomorrow or you're simple tasked with building production-grade ML systems at your job, this knowledge base ensures you actually know what you're doing the second you log into the AWS console. The future of tech careers absolutely belongs to the builders who can bring AI out of the laboratory and into the real world, securely, efficiently, and at scale. The roadmap is clearly laid out right here in Anand Vemula's 2026 study guide. The tools are waiting for you in AWS. So the only thing left to ask yourself is this: are you ready to operationalize your AI?